Well, sir, if I was to pick out the sorriest, most doggone unlucky rascal that ever tromped cross this here stretch of God's green earth, it'd sure enough be that young scamp Billy the Kid. He was a slim feller with eyes sharp as a hawk's beak, a grin that'd make a possum jealous fair mischief, and a pesky way of laying claim to stuff that warn't his end. Folks allowed as how he was quicker in his own shadder, and I reckon that shadder was the only thing fool enough to stick by him through thick and thin. One blisterin' hot day, when the sun was frying eggs on the rocks, Billy took it into his head to lighten the load at the bank down in Mesquite Gulch. He figured that money was just settin' there in them iron vaults, all cooped up like chickens in a pen without no fresh breeze or sunlight, and it'd be a cryin' shame not to let 'em out fair a little stroll. With reasonin' like that, why, a body could talk a circuit preacher into dealin' cards. But that streak o' bad luck what dogged him closer'n a burr on a hound's tail went by the handle of Annie Oakley that particular day. Annie was a slip of a gal with eyes clear as spring water and a rifle that nestled in her hands comfier and a babe in its ma's arms, better'n all the shootin' irons in Uncle Sam's armory. She'd moseyed into town fair a show, but when she catched wind o' the ruckus at the bank, she reckoned a live outlaw made finer sport than plungin' clay pigeons. Out struts Billy from the bank, toutin' that sack o' money like 'twas his Sunday best. And there she stood at the far end o' the street, rifle propped on her hip, easy as you please. "Missy," says Billy, "don't go pokin' your pretty nose where it ain't invited. I'm Billy the Kid, and everything I lay a finger on turns into mine by rights." Annie, she just smiles faint like, the way a ma smiles at a young'un braggin' he'd lassoed the moon with a piece o' string. "If that's how it is," says she, "then let's strike a bargain. I'll shoot that pistol clean out o' your hand. If I hit true, you give yourself up. If I miss, the sack's yours fair and square, and you can skedaddle." Billy, he lets out a laugh, long and loud, the kind of fella laughs when he ain't never peeked at the writin' on the wall fair his own doom. "Ha ha! Little gal, you ain't got a Chinaman's chance." And quicker'n you can say, "Jack Robinson." Billy's six-shooter goes sailin' through the air, smacked away by Annie's lead, and plops in the dust like an old rooster too tuckered fair crowin'. His gang, what had been puffin' up like tom turkeys, commenced to wilt faster'n ice in July, and the town folks, they found their backbone all of a sudden. They nabbed Billy, trussed him up tighter'n a tick, and hauled him off to the sheriff, where he set to whinin' that the rules warn't spelt out plain enough. But Annie, she answers him cool as a cucumber. "The rule's as simple as pie, Billy. You aim straight, you shoot keen.